Hey, welcome back to Lochbaum Music. So we've been going over bar chords in the last couple videos. If you aren't familiar with bar chords at all, just go back and take a look at those videos if you're interested. We go over the E major shape and kind of how to take that structure and convert it into like an A major chord bar chord, or an A minor bar chord, or B minor, or whatever. Like, I show you how to translate it and how to move up and down the fretboard. So that is called the top structure. That's based off of the E major chord or E minor. And this video, what I want to show you is you can do the same thing but based off of an A major. So it would be like the bottom power chord. So this is an A major chord. If you aren't familiar with that, I've got videos just kind of going through all the open chords, including A major, so just go back and look through the video descriptions for that. But this is an A major. If I were to slide it up, again, I'll reiterate it just because it's so useful. Any chord on a guitar, you can slide up and down, and it will change the chord depending on the frets. So this chord is a slidable chord. Every chord on a guitar is movable. You can move it up and down, and it will change the chord. It will change like from an A to a B, from an A to an A sharp. So for instance, if I take the same structure, these three notes, that's an A major arpeggio. If I were to slide it up one half step or one fret, that would become an A sharp. If I were to slide all of those up another fret, so another half step, it becomes a B. That is a B major chord. Now, the problem is, what do I do with all these other strings that aren't part of that chord that sound bad if you play them? Now, you could pick them. You could just pick but it really limits you, and you have only so many options. So what people decided to do is they came up with a couple ways to do it. Now this is pretty awkward. This, I'll be honest with you, this was like one of the most awkward bar chord positions. But basically you're gonna bar so just like on the top string note dictated the chord. This second string for this A major shape, this second string is what is going to tell you what the chord is going to be. So for instance, if I bar here on this, if I bar here and I make that A major shape, so I skip a fret, so I bar on the second, and then I don't put anything on this fret, and I skip over, and then I make an A major shape, by pushing down with my finger on those three strings. That is a B major chord. Now that is a super, honestly, I'll be honest, it's a super awkward way to play a B major chord. So what I normally do, and what you probably heard of, are power chords. Now a power chord is it's sort of like a major chord. It actually is pretty cool because it doesn't have a third note. So so you can use it as a substitute for major and minor chords, and it won't sound bad. And that sounds strange, but I'll show you why. So this is a B major. I'm just using my ring finger to push down on those three notes. So the same three notes that I would push down here, I'm using just my ring finger, and it takes practice. And then you're going to skip a fret and you're going to bar here. So that's a B major. If I were to slide all of that up one fret, so now this note right here on the second string is a C. So that's how I know if I'm using this A major structure, that's a C major bar chord. Because this string right here, this second string, dictates what the chord is going to be for an A major shape. If it were an E major shape, this top string, whatever the top string note is, that would tell you what the chord is. That would dictate it. But for this A major shape, the second string is the one that's gonna, whatever that second string note is, that is gonna be what the chord is. So this is an A major, this is a B major, because this is a B note. If I split everything up, this would be a C note. So I know this is some kind of C chord, and it's a C major. If I wanted a D major, I would slide everything up 2, so that would be C sharp, and that would be D. So I'm barring the 5th fret now. And if I were to just put those 3 fingers down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it with this one finger. And it kind of hurts. It kind of feels like it's slicing your hand up a little bit. So what I suggest doing is using a power chord. Now a power chord is the same kind of structure. So you're going to bar, and you're going to do, instead of doing all 3, you're just going to do the top 2. So if I'm pushing down, it's sort of like a minor chord for the top structure. So like, this was, so let's say this is a G major for the top structure, and it's a minor if I push down and I bar, make a really hard bar. But if I don't make a hard bar and I just kind of push down on the top, and then push down here, and then just kind of mute the rest, you'll notice it doesn't sound really major or minor. Right? So that's what a lot of like electric guitarists will use all the time. They use power chords because you can use them interchangeably for major or minor. So that is what I would suggest for this bottom chord too, is use, so let's say we bar the 3rd fret, and we're going to take, let's say we want to make a C power chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to bar the 3rd fret, and we're going to take your ring finger and put it on the 3rd string down on the 5th fret, and you're going to take your pinky finger and just put it under that. So that is a C major power chord. And you don't have to get, the key is to not push down and get all those notes at the bottom. They're kind of muted. So listen, see, those are like the bottom strings. You can hear I'm doing a lot of muting. And if I wanted a G power chord, I would just hop it up. And the reason why, so again, this is based off of that A major structure. So that's why this is a C power chord. And then if I wanted to hop it up, so everything goes up a string, that is now a G power chord. So that's a C power chord. Now what makes this different from a minor chord? Because a minor chord has the exact same shape, right? Like if I was playing an A minor, it would look the exact same. So what stops it from being a minor? What stops it is that the third for that minor chord, so it's got a 1, 3, and a 5, that a flat third that make up a 1, a flat third, and a 5 that make up that minor. If you don't push down all the way and you just kind of push down on this chord, on this note, and then you put your fingers right here, and then you don't make a strong bar, so you don't squeeze it super tight, it's not a minor chord because it's not hitting that flat third. It becomes more of like a rock chord, the power chords, and they're used all the time in rock music, all the time. So anyway, they're really cool because you can interchange them with major and minor chords, and they don't sound bad. They're not overly power. Like, what makes a major chord is it's got a 1, 3, and a 5, and what makes a minor chord is it's got a 1, a flat 3 or a flat third, and then it's got a 5. So what a power chord is doing is it's just not letting you hear that third. So it's got a 1 and a 5, a 1 and a 5 and a 1. So you're hearing the chord, but you're not hearing the minor part or the major part of it. Like, what makes a chord a major or minor? So this is a C, and then I hop up and it becomes a G, hop back down. If I wanted to be a D power chord, I would slide everything over, and this is a D because it's on the bottom ones. It's based off of that A major, and because this note right here is a D on the second string down on that A string, that lets us know what the chord is going to be. And then I slide it up, and now if I slide it up, it's based off of the E major, that E major structure power chord. So now the top string is what's going to dictate, and this is a G note, so that's why it's a G. So that's why I can go, if I'm playing a G and I just drop these two fingers, that's a C, and if I slide it over, that's a D, slide it back, that's a C. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Just put a comment or whatever, and I'll get back to you. But so there's two ways, like I said, there's two ways of playing that bottom structure that's based off of the A. You can play it like with the bar, which honestly takes a lot of practice to get used to. I rarely play that, to be honest with you, just because it feels so awkward. So I normally just play power chords if I'm using this bottom structure for major chords, and then for minor chords I'll show you the next video because this one's already too long. All right, thanks. I hope this was helpful. Bye.